What's going on, people? Fame Entertainment here from the Inner Circle. Like, share, subscribe, and let your voice be heard. Now, today's video is a bit of a recap or re-up, whatever you may want to call it, of a video I did a while back that just recently began to get a number of views and comments. So I do want to address those comments because I've been getting some of the same ones over and over, people asking questions. So I want to make this video to kind of alleviate, some of that, and to, to give out information for the new people who may not have seen that video. So if you go back, I did this video September 21st, 2015. It is how to get paid to play video games, make money off of AAA video game titles. And it's getting ready to go to 2,000 views, but just recently it just went over 1,000. It wasn't very many views on this video, but somehow I guess the SEO kicked in and it's beginning to get more views and likes and comments of people asking questions, people wanting to join, and they've been asking lots of questions. That's what I'm gonna do today. And hopefully it alleviates, any more questions that I get from this video here. So the name of the company, VMC Global Beta Test Network. What you do, you sign up for them, and they will pay you to test video games. And like I said, so like I said in the video before, it's not all about the money. One of the great things about doing this is the fact that you get to be a part of something bigger. A lot of people like to complain about games being broken, bugs, things like that. This helps a lot when it comes to finding bugs and things that are broken inside of games. You find it, you report it, they fix it. That is the beauty of doing this. Yes, getting paid to play these games are great. But you guys gotta know, a lot of the times you're doing specific things. Yeah, there'll be moments where you'll play the game and they say go free roam, let us know what you find, but sometimes there are very specific things you need to look for, specific things you need to do, and it's a great feeling knowing that, hey, I was a part of something. I was a part of the reason this game is, flawless. I'm part of the reason why this game is not broken. So that's absolutely, great thing. That's the number one incentive besides getting paid. So since we're on the subject of getting paid, one of the questions I get a lot is, how much is it? How much do you get paid? How much is it per hour? And that varies. It is minimum wage, so it depends on what state you live in. If minimum wage in your state is $8, $8.50, you'll be getting paid $8.50 an hour. Some people might brush their shoulders off that, look at that funny, but you're getting paid $8.50 an hour to do something that you love. Video games. You can pay $8.50 an hour to make sure a game that you plan on buying is flawless when it releases. So that's not a bad deal. Yes, I know the words minimum wage sounds bad, but look at what you're doing. Look at what you're doing, and that's, to me, that's awesome compensation for what you're doing. So it is minimum wage, whereas minimum wage, depending on what state you live in. I live in Texas, so it is $7.75, something like that out here in Texas. Another question I've been getting is, how often do you have to work? Is it every day? Is it every week? And just like the minimum wage question, that varies. Things are completely different each week. Myself personally, I am only able to accept titles to test on the weekend. When I get a Saturday test or late Friday test and sometimes Sunday test, I'm able to accept those. But you will get tests, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. You may go a whole week without receiving anything as far as tests go. You may get a week where you find, 4 or 5. You get 4 or 5, different tests. It all really depends on what they have to give out. And you don't have to do every test that comes your way. If you have to be at work, 9 to 5 on a Wednesday, and you get a test, you get an email about a test that is at 10 a.m., you select no, and they move on and find someone else. You say yes, and they move on to ask you different questions. Your gamer tag, PSN ID, whatever the case may be. But you do not have to do every test. I just recommend you doing as many as you possibly can, because one thing I have noticed is the more you do, the more you receive. I realize over time, the less I've done, the less emails I've received, which I completely understand. I'm not available as much as they need me to be. I've had a few times people ask me how long until you get a reply, and it's a growing theme here today, and that pretty much varies. It depends on how many people have applied at that time, depends on how many spots they have available. You will get a reply eventually. You may be sitting in a queue. Some people say they received the email within, a month with tests that they can do within a week, then a couple of weeks. It really depends. Myself, it took me almost 2 months before I received an email as far as tests go. So just be patient. Just wait on it. Be sure to check your emails. Make sure it's not going to spam, things like that. Just be patient. It will come. It really truly depends on how many tests they have going out. One question I do get a lot as well is which platforms are available for you to test on. And it's pretty much all of them, except for anything Nintendo. I have not seen anything Nintendo for the most part. It's been Xbox, PS4, and a lot of PC. Me myself, I've only done a few PS4. I've done a great handful of Xbox. I haven't done anything for PC. I don't have a rig I believe is powerful enough to play, certain games. But it is on the, the big three per se is, being Xbox, PS4, and the PC. So if you have any one of those three, you're pretty much guaranteed to have games to test on. So, and one of the last ones here I do is kind of a weird question, but I have been given it a few times is, do you work from home? Yes. You can do this at home unless you want to take your PS4 to your aunt's house or your PC to your cousin's house, whatever the case may be. As long as you're able to test, and you're using, said login, you can pretty much do it from anywhere. But most people, their consoles at home, they do it from home. One of the most important things about being with this company is once you apply, you will be giving a non-disclosure agreement. It's probably the most important thing about this, that you do follow your non-disclosure agreement. Follow your NDA to the T. I promise you, you do not want those problems in your life by breaking an NDA because you wanted to show your friends, what game you've been playing. You wanted to put on Facebook what game you've been playing. You want to go on Twitter and, oh, look how early I'm getting to play this particular game. It will be seen, it will be known, and you will face consequences that you couldn't fathom you would have to face because of a video game. Trust me when I say, when you sign that NDA, read it. And if you don't feel as if you can follow those guidelines, hit that backspace. Hit the X button. This is not for you. This is absolutely not for you if you cannot follow the rules. Be an adult, or if you're a teenager, act like an adult. This is not for you if you can't follow an NDA. So follow your NDAs and make sure you have a PayPal account, because that is how you'll be getting paid. Set you up a pay. I would set up, most people have a PayPal account, but I would set it up as soon as you apply here. Go to PayPal. If you don't have a PayPal account, set up a PayPal account, because that is the way you get paid. You guys have any more questions? I'm hoping that should have covered the main questions that I received in the comments from this video here. If you guys have any more questions, please go in the comment section down below. I will answer those to the best of my abilities and as quick as I possibly can. But yes, there are ways to make money by playing video games, and don't get me wrong, there are more than one company out that does this. My preference and the company that I will endorse is VMC Global Beta Test Network. This is Fame Entertainment from TiCGN.com. You guys have a great one, and I'm out.
Step out straight from the bando. Niggas been stacking them bands though. I stay in the hood like a bando, and I look like money, no camo.
Yeah, camouflage behind T. Hustle, souped up, Clark Kid. I am maintained, the fuck with you lame. My side bitch your main, blame it on fame.
This is no flex zone, got ammo. Yo ho, do what I say so. Leave a nigga stiff like stay so.